Hey guys, Captain Stretch here for another video, and today I'm going to be replaying a game from my childhood, and that is Chicken Run, originally for the PlayStation 1, sorry, I'm going to repeat myself, but this is a game from my childhood, which when I first played as a child, I was so scared I could not get past I was lucky to get past the first act. And since this was for the PlayStation 1, the graphics are going to be a bit bad. Like, I'll show you Fowler. If you've seen the movie, you know who I'm talking about.
What?
I've already signed the controls, like I've put the arrow keys to the... assign the arrow keys to my controls, and WASD for X, square, circle, and triangle. And not all the voice acting's here, so you would have to read it yourself. In case you can't read the text, basically we've got to find some wire cutters, well, make some wire cutters, so we can go through a rusty part of the fence, so we can get some items for our next escape attempt. We play as Ginger. Yeah, so the way I've put my WASD controls is the same pattern that you would the buttons would be on a PlayStation controller would be. Like a W is the inventory. Well, W is the triangle. A is square. S is jump or X. And D is circle or to throw stuff like sprouts. I've got a rough idea what I'm supposed to do. Come on. Yeah, those are part of what made me scared of this game. And this game is about a speed run. This game takes about 30 minutes. Depending on how long it takes me to complete Act 1 will depend on if I do this whole game in a single episode or not. So now that we've made the wire cutters, we'll go through the fence so we can get items for our next escape attempt, which we are going to try and dress up as Mrs. Tweedy, who's one of the farmers. And before I cut the fence, I'll show you what it's like getting caught by the dogs, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Tweedy. Okay, so let's find a dog to get caught by. In the original disc of the game, in the original copy of the disc, there would be music in the background. Also, walking across those metal plate things makes noise and gets the dogs after you. When you go through here, there's going to be a spotlight right next to you. Right there. Okay, let's find Mrs. Tweedy get caught by.
Chickens.
Yeah, she terrified me as a kid. You could hear her, if you didn't hear her, she said a line from the movie, which for those who don't know, she said, the line from the movie she said was, "Sick and tired of making minuscule profits." That's a bonus picture, but I won't show that because of copyright infringement. If you get caught by by anyone with an item, you'll lose a random item. Now we got to go to the back here to get the night dress and boots. Excuse me. In the bottom right corner of the screen is a radar. If you notice, there are dots on that radar. Those are items or enemies, which show their field of view. Whoops. You can use the boots to hide, but you can only use the boots in this act. There is a map you can make, which, if you easily get lost, may help you. Also, a fact about the film: this sink here, you may recognize from the movie where Rocky the Rooster was washing his face in it. Also, there are mini games, like at the end of each act there's a quote boss phase. Well, in this boss phase actually I'll let you see what it is. At the top that took 6 minutes 52 seconds. And then our time so you got caught. Also, in the original game, there were cutscenes from the movie, which they don't show here because this is an emulator, which is good on my part because I don't have to worry about skipping them.
Here.
Wait, did she
Where
swear?
are we going? Are we going on holiday?
You're gotta press square or circle to
There yet?
control your balance.
Standing on your legs!
I need the toilet.
Well, too bad if you go
Oh,
toilet.
Ginger! Come on, girls!
Ow!
You be careful with those knitting needles.
Sorry. Right.
Get your foot right on my eye! Left!
Sorry.
Stop that!
She's dancing. Faster.
Is that one of your blooming needles?
We're back inside the farm.
Okay, let me just check the recordings. Yeah, I'll do the second act. The second act, which is what we're in, takes longer than the rest because we've got free escape ideas to do. You don't choose when you have to do all of them. One's the seesaw, one's the catapult, and one's fireworks. Which after we get each item and bring them to their desired locations, we do a mini game for that, which we have to free at least 20 chickens for each mini game to proceed. And also this act is I think it's the part in the film. It's like the montage section where they're trying multiple escape ideas. Also, speaking of the film, how many people here have actually seen the film? Having free plans is in the third act as well. I was just checking that my recording was still going. Because of Act 1's fail, there's been tighter security, like there's now 2 dogs in each section. And also we get to play as a second character for this act, which is Rocky. Also, not every voice actor is the same. Like the rats Nick and Fetcher from the films sound nothing like their original actors. Also, Ginger and Rocky have their own strengths and weaknesses. Like, they can both double jump, but Rocky can push heavy objects while Ginger can't. For this part, you've got to wait right here. then wait for her to
Tired of making minuscule profits.
get out and walk past you. In this room, you've got the matches and cooking weights. The weights are right there, while the matches are on the shelf. We can see Mrs. Tweedy in the window, which can tell us when we can leave the room when she opens it again, because it's locked. If you notice on the radar, her field of vision's not as big as the other enemies, because she's looking at a clipboard. That's not all the items. There's another item. Well, where we got the nightgown dress, we also get the tennis racket. Which, in order to get the items, we need to sneak past, which I'm using the T button. If we weren't sneaking across this gravel, we would make noise. Grab the bone. We'll actually have make sure to have the bone equipped before training it with the dog. If you're wondering what breed of dog these are, they're Rottweilers.
Well, how about that?
You can jump across the gravel, but it's too risky. Now we've got all the items in this area, so we need to get items from a second area, which is accessible from another part of the map, which we've only been able to unlock this act. But we need space on the inventory to do that. So like with these items, if we go to plans, we see which items go where. Like we could do that minigame right now with the weights. Hut 11. Hut 16 we need to do for the file matches. And the other one we drop off the rope and tennis racket to Hut 15. Going to maps, we could see that all the other huts are in other areas of this place. So now that we've delivered the items, we don't have to worry about losing them.
What's this?
This is Area B, which was not accessible in Act 1. We also get access to Area C, but not Area D, which Area D is unlocked in the final act. While we're here, we'll grab an item which we need to progress the game. A rusty spoon. If you're hearing noise in the background, that's my brother. Okay, this is the first mini game. Use a pout. You've got to use the power meter to determine where to how much power, where to aim the catapult, where the chickens will land. Also, these chickens never stay still. In the top left, we could see a counter for how many chickens you have to save to progress the game. If we fail before the time limit, which the timer's in the top right screen, get back here, I can't reach you there.
One isn't awarded a medal for flapping about like a lunatic.
That's an example of the voice that this game is like. The very top corners of this game map, you can't get the chickens in. Like there, you can't reach them there. And sometimes if you're unlucky, the chickens will fall straight through the mattress. Okay, we've got bronze, which is minimum requirement to pass.
Well done for getting a few chaps over the fence. Have a bronze medal.
There's also silver and gold. So that there are free mini games So that's the first one done. Using the rusty spoon, we can dig in a certain area to get more items, which is this area. So the rest of the items are in this area. In the third act, it's harder to get the items because, well, I'll leave that to when we get to that part. We have to turn the tractor to lift that box so we can jump across to get the fireworks.
Well, how about that?
I'll leave the traction for you. Also, you can see here Mr. Tweedy just walks right past the hole with Ginger right next to it. That's the pram chassis. Also, you could throw Sprouts at Mr. Tweedy. In this area, we have to get a ladder.
Well, how about that?
The camera, well, the controls will adjust to where the camera's facing, which can screw you over if you're not careful or rushing.
about that?
We could now take these items to huts 15 and 16 to complete those minigames to progress further into the act. Well, to finish the act. Okay, this is the second minigame with the catapult, where we have to land chickens into a floating objects in a lake. Silver. 5 more would be gold.
You certainly impressed me with your firing skills. Here's your silver medal.
Now the last minigame for this act is the fireworks minigame. The fact about the movie is the film's based on the movie The Great Escape. This does have flight mechanics and controls.
You're a bright spark, so
That's all the mini games done. Now all that's left is the final act mission. Well, the final level for this act, which is inside the pie machine which Ginger's stuck in. We play as Rocky, which if we get hit by anything that's dangerous, we get knocked out. This is a short level. If the movie wasn't enough information, didn't have enough information for what's inside the time machine, this is what was inside it. That's hot gravy, or mince. This is gravy. Okay, now it's on to Act 3. Which is where we, after hearing Fowler, talk about a plane from his RAF days. Excuse me. We get the idea to turn one of the huts into a plane, so we can fly out of here. Which we need, there's 3 plans to make it. The engine, the transformation of the hut, and the wings. Getting the items won't be easy, because we've got to pay 2 rats, Nick and Fetcher, 6 eggs, to gather the items, which getting all the items back to the huts with Ginger is going to be hard, because if we lose the items if we lose an item on the way back, we have to go back, get 6 more eggs, bring them back to the rats so they can get it again. There's 3 places Nick and Fetcher can be found. Inside one of the sheds, which can be accessed through a ventilation system from inside the egg sorting room, which is the same area where we got the matches and cooking weights. There's a vent in that room we go through that vent, we get more meet the rats there. Another place is is a trap door which leads to a sewer system. Which is an appropriate place to find a couple rats. Which that sewer system leads to the same area where the tractor and the fireworks were. Okay, but I'll be... I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. And then the third place you could find the rats is in the house, which can be accessed in the area where the Knights Counter Act 1 was located. For this, you've got to press circle to feed the chicken, and X to catch the eggs.
Brilliant! Well caught.
You've got to get at least 6 to pass.
Feed me. Hungry. Brilliant! Well caught. Feed me. Brilliant!
Got silver.
Nice work there, my lad. I shall give you this well-deserved silver medal.
Also, this act with the mini games has the hardest ones, which I'll leave the mini game, which is done after getting the items for the hut transformation. The mini game after that I'll do last. Through this van we meet the rats, whose voices, if they were here, do not sound anything like them from the movie. They can fetch out their own strengths and weaknesses. The rat I'm playing is now he can't double jump but pushes heavy objects. This rat Fetcher, he double jumps but can't push heavy objects. So we've got to get a box of cogs, an oil can, which the oil can I just got, and a box of tools. Well, we're supposed to press these buttons to distract Mr. Tweedy. To distract Mr. Tweedy, so we can get the items. Which, after I press the button, I distract Mr. Tweedy enough to go further along this path so I could get the cogs. But we have to get him to go further along the path to get a box of tools. If you play this game, then make sure you've got everything. So the keys, the oil can, the tools, were everything from this area. Now, it is possible to return with nothing, which I accidentally did once. Which, if you do that, show a comment on the rats being useless. Like, the rats will, Ginger will say, okay, what did you get? Nick and Fetcher will say, we didn't get, anything. Like, nothing at all. Yeah, exactly. But then Ginger comments saying, I knew you two are useless. time you get items, you've got to return them to their huts.
I'm tired of making minuscule profits.
This is so you've got room for more eggs. Being Act 3 with get access to Section D.
What's this?
The reason why we've got to get eggs for Nick and Fetcher to get items is because Rocky the Rooster left the farm out of cowardness, related to some sort of romance between Ginger and Rocky. You'd have to watch the movie to find out the reason. And also, a cool feature about this game, which you may not have noticed, is because it's got the survival horror camera angles that are fixed, and the ones outside are like the ones you'd see from Silent Hill, which I do have an emulator of Silent Hill in case any of you want me to, if any of you want to see me play that. Which, if you do want to see me play Silent Hill, the original, put a comment down below. If I was to set a if I was to set a like goal, I would say to get the video to 2 likes. So that for me would be enough to get the video. If this video reaches 2 likes, then I'll play Silent Hill.
I can see you're a good egg, and
Yeah, so if this video reaches 2 likes, I'll play Silent Hill. There's 2 ways to get a pile of laundry, which is in the bottom right screen. You can see there. You could either push this stool and try and jump on it from halfway across, or just drag it all the way and get Fetcher to jump on it and drag the stool across.
Oh, look.
There is a dog in this next room. Yeah, there it is. You've got to use the no from the kitchen to get past its field of vision. Binoculars, yarn, and laundry. So we've got to drop these items off at huts 11 and 10. For the engine, the actual engine we'll be using will be from the engine from the tractor, which is in the barn where the fireworks were located. Now that we've got the those items delivered, we need to head back to Hut 2 to get eggs, to get the final lot of items.
Feed me.
Ray!
I'm hungry.
Oh, you brought me egg! Brilliant!
Feed me.
Welcome!
I'm hungry.
Great! Brilliant!
Feed me.
Great!
I'm hungry.
Brilliant!
I could
If you use Hut 2 for any of the previous acts, your inventory won't get filled up with eggs. It will just count as a minigame you can do. There are logs here which we could pick up, but we can't carry anymore because we've got eggs. To get the engine from the tractor to the barn, we have to crash the tractor into a wall. So the engine launches from the tractor to the hand where we need it. The engine's delivered. So we've got poles and chain, the engine's delivered. And on the way back, we could get the planks of wood, which we weren't able to get before. If anyone's curious, I have tried to throw sprouts at Mrs. Tweedy, but it doesn't do anything. It's only the dogs and Mr. Tweedy that are affected by the sprouts. there's a specific trick to beating the mini games for the engine and wings. If you look at the top, there's bars which you need to fill all the way. You've got to fill the bars all the way and get the needle in the bottom left corner of the screen to the very end to get the engine running.
Oh, excellent stuff. I admit I've misjudged your character. I award you a gold medal.
So what we had to do with that was we had to oil the engine, wind up the engine to try and get it to run, and give Rocky bubbles for his bubble bath, which I don't know why he returned, because in the movie he leaves and doesn't come back until the very end of the movie. This is the wings section. It's basically the engine level, but it's different buttons.
Come on. Ah, hurry! Hurry! Oh, come on. Faster! Can't see. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh. Come on. Can't see it. Oh. Come on. Is the farmer around? Faster. 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 There you go. Hurry. Hurry. Is the farmer around? Oh. Faster. Come on. Farmer around? There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Faster. Come on. Faster. Tired. Faster. Come on. There you go. Hurry. Oh. Come on. Come on.
The reason why I'm not speaking as much is because there's a
Toilet.
lot of concentration needed.
Toilet.
Well, not
Come on.
much. Especially in the final minigame.
Not bad.
Especially in the final minigame of which is transforming the hut. It needs a bit more concentration because it's of the type of minigame it is. Which it's basically a rhythm game. we've got to get the bar in the bottom right corner to the bronze line to be able to continue on to the final act minigame. You're going to follow along to where the chicken's walking. You've got to follow on with the chicken. So you and Mr. Tweedie's repairing skill, repairing noises, sync. Because if you mess up, he'll get suspicious what the chickens are doing. And if you fail, then he'll realise that the chickens are doing up to something. And you'll have restart. If you've seen the movie, then you'll know what the final act minigame will be. Or at least you have some idea what it will be.
You know, I think this old crate just might fly.
Now it's on to the final minigame. Well, the final act minigame. This is the final
This is
minigame.
it, everyone. We're escaping. Either die free chicken or die trying.
No birds throwing axes.
You've got to throw Mrs. Tweety
I
into
bet
her
that
own.
hurt.
You've got to throw Mrs. Tweety
Oh,
into different stuff,
Oh.
like billboards, windmills,
oh,
houses, and homes. to prevent.
Oh, look at her go.
Because if she
I can't steer with this old bird on the back.
because if she makes it to the front
Oh, look at
of
her
the,
go.
because if she makes it to the chicken, if she makes it to the plane where the chickens are, then it's game over. So we've got to kill her. We've got to prevent her from getting to
The
the
old
chickens.
bird is throwing axes. Bet that hurt.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we've
look
got
at
to
her go.
prevent her from breaching the chickens by hitting her to stuff until we reach the farm, which will drop her into
The old bird's throwing axes.
into a pot of hot gravy.
I bet that hurt. I bet that hurt.
You can see we've saved 400 chickens. Yeah, that was the chicken run. Excuse me. So, yeah, something a bit different. And I couldn't think of any video ideas, so I was like, okay. So I thought I would make so then I found myself on YouTube. One day recently before recording this, I found myself on YouTube watching a Let's Play of this game that I was like, okay, I'll make a video about this. Because I couldn't think of anything else to do. And plus I hadn't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd do this. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, if this video gets 2 likes, then I'll play Silent Hill. Okay, is it 2 likes on this video for Silent Hill, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.